A good day. One of the main things that most of our customers use Prys Accounting for is to manage their bids, basically do the tendering through the Prys Accounting software. Today we're going to look at how we can do this matter. So the first thing is we need to log into our Prys Accounting software. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're in, had a little bit of an issue with the password there, but now that I'm in, all we need to do is we go to sales, and then on the sales, you'll notice here you've got your direct sales, you've got your tender sales, you've got your website sales. So this is what we call the sales teams. So you can define, create, and set targets on your sales teams. So the one we're focusing on today, we're doing the tender sales. So what we'll do, we'll go to my pipeline, which is your sales pipeline basically. So on the sales pipeline, so I'm gonna enter a new bid that we're gonna quote on. So the first thing we do is, you see here, you've got different columns. You've got new, you've got submitted, proposition, one, in progress or running. So you've got the freedom to add a new column, and you can also edit existing columns, like give them a new name, like a new RFQ, for example. You can do that. So you can name it whatever you want. So now what we need to do here, I'll click on the plus to add a new tender. So I've downloaded a document for ESCOM from etenders.gov.za. So what we'll do, I just need to find the proper name that will make it easier for me. Okay, so now we click on the plus here, and then we add that. Now I need to add more information on this bid, so I'll click on more. For example, what I'll need to do is I need to set the closing date. So I'll say task, and I'll choose the date and say maybe it's on the 10th. And then I'll write here tender closing, so that I can always see when this tender is closing. And also I need to know how I'm doing, because I might have maybe 10 or so tenders that I'm attending to. I select the customer. If I've got their email address, I'll put it on there. If I've got their phone number, I'll put it on there. And then you see here, I've got the sales team, because I want my sales to reflect basically at the end of the month. I want to know what I'm making from the shop sales. I need to know what I'm making from the website sales, etc. And so now I'm going to set here and say tender sales. Okay. And then the rating, it's up to me if I want to rate this project or this RFQ. Now, if I go back to the sales pipeline, you see here, I can always color code my projects. So if I color code this one to maybe green or pink, it doesn't matter. You choose your own color that you want to use. Okay, now if I need to enter a quotation for this bid, all I'll have to do is click on quotes, then I create. You see, it populates everything there for you. So now what you all need to do is put in your pricing and say maybe repair service per generator. And then I say, okay, that's 15 generators, for example, and price will be 2,500. I'm just making this up, so it's not like real pricing or anything. Okay, now I'll save my quotation. I can always print it out or just leave it there. So now I've got my quotation. It's there now. So you see this quotation is 43,125. So I'm going to copy this, go back to sales. I'll edit here. Say expected revenue, that's going to be 43,125 rand. And then I'll save that. So that now if I go to my pipeline, I can always see right from there that, okay, this one here, I'm expecting 43,000 Rand and the customer is ESCOM. Now, I'll fill in the documents, I'll submit the bid, but I need to update on my system as well that I have submitted. So it's a matter of dragging and dropping. The green here shows that that task has not been, is not due yet. So if it is due or overdue, it will turn red. So you can always go to next activities here, and then it will list all your activities. So let's say I have submitted this one. I can always log the activity and say log only, and then we go to my pipeline. Okay, you see now the sticker is white. So there's nothing due, there's nothing that I need to do. So I've done everything I needed to do. Now, when the tender is submitted, it goes to the proposition or evaluation. So if I know it's going to the proposition stage, I can always go like that. And if I've won it, I can go one. And I can drag and drop if it's running. I can drag and drop to in progress. So this makes life easier for you. At the end of the month, you can always reflect and go back and say, okay, how many bids did I submit? How many bids did I win? How many bids did I lose? What was the reason for my losing that bid, etc. So you can always reflect back because you don't want to do anything blindly. But for some reason, let's say we lost this bid, we did not get it. So I can always say mark lost, and I can create a reason or select a reason from this list why I did not get this one. So if we say maybe it's too expensive or our pricing was high, etc., we can create and set whatever we need on there. Okay, so that is your pipeline. It has disappeared now from the running pipeline, but if I always want to see the lost bids, I can always go filters and go lost, and then it will show me all my lost bids. I hope you enjoy your price accounting experience.